I'm gonna go with a 6 to 10. I think.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Player with highest net worth by 25 minutes.
Oh, God. CC maybe, or Chessie, or
I
Limp.
would probably go for TA. I think.
Okay, I'm with you. It
Oh,
was one of those
25
three.
minutes. Oh, that's like after a lot of stuff has happened actually. I think I'm going to pick. Oh, but I think Cole's more likely to win. So
I don't have anything of value to give you right now, to be honest. Ask Grant for an NA Dota shirt, maybe. How about that? He has extras, I'm
does
sure.
he? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What room we were in, who I was casting with. You were on the schedule. Grant was there. I'm like, well, if Purge doesn't show up, I guess I'm gonna have to bring Grant in. Oh God, not that guy again.
No, that's okay. He's doing great right now, and
Yeah, no. In all honesty, he's really,
I'm
really
happy
good.
to be here. I need to do more casting anyways. I didn't do any at the major. They kept sticking me on the panel.
They really did, man. I was like, man, they're not, because we were concerned about who the casters were going to be, and it turned out that I was like, oh, I'm fine with casting with Kevin and Yannis, and it turned out that Yannis got absolutely panel locked for the entirety of the
Did he
major.
as well? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he never casted a single game.
Okay.
Winter casted one game, one best of 3, or no, one 2-game series. I believe it was Newbie versus, no, it was Complexity, no, it was Empire versus. See, as he Blade Furies through it, and Stan King will end up falling. Nice kill, Chesley finally getting involved there with the help of the Z-Freak Ricky. So easy pickup there on the line. Pretty good smoke screen to start things off, and then the Blade Fury to avoid any further damage. Glimpse back, Franz will try to TP away. Roar is going to come out, and Franz will get caught. He's got kinetic field. He will not be able to save his life. He will buy out and make sure that he gets as much done as he possibly can before going down. Hanskid will TP back home. Meanwhile, Z-Freak shadowing MJW. He's got Sprout ready. The Hex will come through, and Stanking's back and ready. Earthspike, he might be able to bring him down. No tricks in the trade. Dust is up. Z-Freak will fall. A little too aggressive, and MJW is gifted an assist, as it looks like Ricky is a bit too overextended again, this time in Complexity.
He probably could have been able to kill the Nature's Prophet by himself, but he needed to drop the smoke cloud there. He didn't think Line would get there that fast, basically, and Line was able to shut that down. So nice rotation by Stanking to react to that with the TP.
Stanking, despite dying, gets a pretty good Earth Spike. He's actually done a lot for only a level 3 line. Again, though, the problem being that he needs some experience, and it looks like he's going to head top to try to leech that, but he needs to be wary of Chessie on the Juggernaut. With Omni Slash, he's got all of his early game items. He needs to be very, very careful. Z-Freak will take some damage from these illusions in Spirit Land. CC and C's net worth second in the game currently. FDL, they're off to a pretty good start, I think, Purge, all things considered.
Yeah, I think they're pretty happy with how this game is going. It's going to be a while until Limp can catch up a bit. He's doing all right. He's got 27 CS, but in terms of net worth, he's real behind. By about 50% of the net worth of the other heroes. So.
I mean, he's died twice.
And he's at a tough lane.
The one thing that'll bring him back, or the two things I should say, are the creep camps here in the jungle and the ancient stack over on the Dire side.
Yeah, it's just going to come down so much to how they rotate on Cole's side in the mid game here. I have a lot of faith in Limp as a player, though, so I think he's going to be able to come back here, but it's definitely going to be a bit of a tough game.
That guy's a monster.
Cole just needs to hit what they're good at, which is this like early mid-game 5-man pressure kind of thing. So I have a feeling that they're going to be able to execute this, even if they are behind now.
We'll wait and see how things do turn out. Hawks should scout out this TP. Might have barely missed it. It's daytime now. They see the rotation in from MJW. They probably should have known that there was an infest in as they saw the lifestealer there momentarily. That Hawk is an MVP. Beast is going to go ahead and infest out. Knowing that, well, guess what? They were probably scouted. They probably thought there was a Hawk there. And a bit unfortunate for FDL that they will miss out on the kill. However, they will transition into a tower push. And how low is this tower right now? Not very. Meanwhile, their tier 1 tower top lane is already gone. So FDL looking to try to even up the odds in terms of tower taking abilities.
That's fine for them that it died, though, because now Lion gets a free lane here, very close to his tier 2 tower. Very low chance that he dies. The only way it's going to happen is maybe like Ricky plus another hero rotating over. So there's a ward in the lane as either you or somebody else circled.
That was me.
Okay.
There's only you and me in this slot. So.
Okay. Yeah, really good ward placement there by Cole. It should basically separate off that side of the map. And Stanking pushes the lane up a little bit. Actually, it's been a pull here by Chessie. Very nice of him to deny this and to do the side pull. A lot of carries will generally prioritize their farm too heavily. In this case, by Chessie doing the side pull, it basically delays the level 6 that Stanking was going to get here for free.
Yeah, and
so
there.
That's huge.
Look at where this creep wave is now situated. He's back at the tower. Stanking a little bit upset about that, I'm sure. His level is
definitely.
4, and actually this is the one problem for FDL, and well, there's probably more than one problem, but they have under-leveled supports here. You can see the Ricky's level 6, the Hanskin level 5, Winter Wyvern is coming out. And the rest of the squad is pretty high level as well.
And they feel way less safe here since it's Dire. Since Cole's on Dire here, that means that they have the ability to just pressure the enemy jungle, and they have a Beastmaster, and they have a Ricky Maru. So at this point of the game, their ability to like lane pressure and look for ganks is really straightforward.
FDL will smoke up and look for their own set of ganks here, trying to find a kill. Mid lane, the target would be Hanskin, but he's already behind the tree line now. They might have scouted him out, but they will see him with the Observer Ward. That's the only thing if he walks up a little bit. But it looks like they're just going to wait for a TP to the top lane, trade their Tier 1 tower away, try to pressure this Tier 1 tower top, and see if they can find anything of substance in terms of kills. As for now, Complexity will just continue to farm up in the jungle, clearing out creep waves and creep camps. This camp is, this tower is still being baited. Nature's Prophet being very far up. This could be tricky. Dire scan, Radiant scan comes out. They know they're over at the, I guess, probably Ancient stack coming through. As, of course, it does scout out things outside of the Roche Pit. And the other side do so much damage, though. Doppelganger's away from that Meld Strike, which did a lot of work on, of course, that Nakes, but they won't find that secondary kill. On CC, it feels like he's going to have to do a lot of this work on his own here, Purge.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough now. By TA being in this kind of position, she's got plenty of damage. Her plus anybody else means dead heroes. It could be Ricky plus her. It can be lots of other heroes. Like Lifestealer just looked weak there, and he's going to have to get a really fast follow-up armor item. Otherwise, it doesn't even feel like he has armor. Deso does a lot. Melt Strike does a lot. At that point, he's got 0 armor, and he just gets eaten clean.
Well, for FDL, it's now a net worth disadvantage of about almost 10,000. It is there. Experience-wise, it's that and more. So you're getting it to a point where you have to pretty much find an excellent team fight to turn things around, whether through a smoke, whether through a high ground defense. Luckily, Static Storm's pretty good at that. Earth Spike, Nature's Wrath can keep the lanes pushed out for MJW, who, by the way, is just... He's pretty much only narrowly ahead of the...
In the jungle mutt.
Well, that's unfortunate. Beast does kill Chessie as he gets caught out in time, and T-Tors come through.
That's a huge kill.
That's really big, and I'm really freaking pissed that I missed it, so good job me. Although, I'm sure it's not that big of a deal.
Looks like they put a ward down here, and then they saw the Lifestealer farming, and then they did Blink Hex, and that's why he died. And he's still at the point where he's not very tanky. He's got Battle Fairy and Yasha now, great damage build, completely standard build, but until he gets something like Manta, maybe Scotty or something, then he will be very vulnerable to ganks like that.
I think if FDL can survive the next couple of minutes, maybe another Roshan and maybe in the high ground push, which will inevitably come, this Midas is kicking in for this Lifestealer. Yeah. He's already got the beginnings of what I imagine to be Assange. Yeah. And that's something.
Yeah, it's a good choice. It's a hybrid stat item basically with damage and mobility, so it doesn't give him a lot of armor, and only gives him like 2 or 3, but it will make an impact, and at the very least, there's a lower chance that at least he's out of position. And he can chase people better, too.
What I was talking about before we missed out on the kill was that, well, I hold that thought because I might miss another one if I'm not careful. Is in the tree line is Swindles. I don't know if they know that he's here. And CC and the crew are going to sit up and look for a jungle engagement. He'll sit up, try to farm up this creep wave in the top lane. Radiant scan will go through, not finding anyone. Everyone's bottom, they're going to just go on MJW, and he was the one I was talking about. He needs items, and right now he's not finding them. He's getting killed. That's his, I believe, 3rd death of the game, and he's just not having the impact that you're used to seeing on an MJW Nature's Prophet for FDL.
Yep, and they were looking for other heroes in the jungle, but all of Cole is playing on the other side of the map. I like what Swindles is doing here. He's spending a lot of time basically looking for heroes. He resummoned his Hawk over here to look for more FDL movement. I don't think they yet realize that Cole is in the jungle, but the Hawk is going to scout it now. They see Lion, they see Disruptor, and this gives them a lot of information and basically lets Cole know exactly what to do.
They will find Swindles. Roar's going to come out. Necro 3. Stan King's going to get dropped, and now Franz is all by his lonesome. And it looks like Swindles is going to get 2 double kills, or rather 2 solo kills, a double kill for him on the Beastmaster. That Necro 3 comes out, that Roar into this, of course, damage coming through from his Necro units. Meanwhile, bottom lane, there's the Omni/Beast is getting chased down. Meld Strike to finish him off, and that might actually just be the game. What a set of circumstances that just pretty much blow this game wide open for Complexity and take them a tier 3 tower on top of probably a full set of racks here.
Yeah, man, they just completely outplayed their opponents in the last 5 minutes or so. The fact that he gets a double kill on supports is amazing. The supports basically haven't done anything in the last 5 minutes. They kept looking for kills, but nobody was there on that side of the map because Cole has been playing the map correctly. Oh, they're going to try to kill Stanking. They do pick him off here.
Oh, my lord. They just jump right in, TPing away to the top lane as MJW, knowing that he can't defend bottom, He's looking for more split push. The Riki already has a Diffusal Blade at 21 minutes into the game. Chessie has an SNY Battle Fury. You look at Limp, he's sitting on a Desolator Blink BKB plus 1,000 gold, and they're going to go right to the tier 4s. I don't see why not. They have too much of an advantage for, I think, FDL to mount a defense here. You can see Beast is waiting for at least CCNC to be up. Probably Stand King. They're going to go in. They're going to try to find a defense. And now with all of these heroes respawning, Complexity make the right smart play. They decided to TP out. Z-Freak will be the first to make it through. Limp will farm the jungle on the way out. CC will find Hanskid. I thought Hanskid had already made it away, but it looks like he was TPing out and didn't make it in time, or actually he was just there.
They're all on a different page there. Cole was, I don't know, that last like 20 seconds or so just looked like a pub game to me where one team had given up. And they were like, do we push to tier 4s? Do we back up?
Complexity celebrating with their game 1 victory, and FDL is like, well, what do we do next game?
Looking at this game now, it's got to be tough for them that they lost FDL, and that was the only one loss, because if they hadn't lost a game, they would have just gone straight to TI and been in, you know, and now they've got to play playoffs, so kind of scary for them. But they're looking really strong right now. Yeah, I like their drafting this game was good. I think this game is more on FDL's inaction so far than it is necessarily Cole playing amazing, but this is kind of what separates usually really good teams from teams that are below them, is that the good teams are just going to farm really, really rapidly, and the other team won't be pressuring hard enough to offset that at all.
Yeah, that's just it. Right now it seems like a difference in skill level between these two squads. But don't worry, FDL still have game number 2 to try to even things out here. As Complexity, they are up 1-0, or will be up 1-0 if they can finish off this game. With Roche respawning and Aegis, a high ground push would be inevitable, and it will be probably that victory coming through. But let's not count our chickens too soon. As Complexity, they can maybe somehow give this game away, especially on a Phantom Lancer who gets farmed enough. He could do some serious work, a good Static Storm, a good Infest Bomb, and some good Nature's Wrath damage, and Complexity might be running for the hills. However, Z-Freak is shadowing CC again down bottom. Nobody there, as they're all over towards that Roche pit, as I was talking about. Complexity will take yet another one, but the trade this time will be in favor if FDL can, well, as I say that, Roche falls instantly. The tier 2 tower is nowhere near dead. But the glyph should be available, and they might even be able to defend this, and this is, Hanskin smoked up, looking for a Wither's Curse. He'll find it, and Bisa getting right-clicked by MJW. He's the one doing a lot of that damage. He infests inside one of the creeps. Now he's going to get out. Armlet Toggle tries to open wounds, but there's going to be the Cold Embrace, blocking all that physical damage, plus the Melt Strike from him to make a kill spree. They're looking for more. They do not find MJW. He TPs back home with the Teleportation Scroll. Then he TPs in with, of course, his W button down bottom and avoids the gank, but still, that life stealer down for 36 seconds. It's too much to deal with. Complexity find the defense of the tier 2 tower on top of that as well.
Yeah, I think he misplayed that a little bit. He needed to just do a infest to maybe dodge to heal and then do a rage TP would have been better. He may still have been roared, but they seem like they feel very flustered. They're kind of forcing engagements and pushes that aren't very worth it or are kind of dangerous. And they're committing to it too long, and they're just getting kind of outplayed in simple ways.
Ooh, good dust. Earth Spike. Oh, Stand King. He wasn't far, or he wasn't close enough, excuse me. And with no Tranquils, that movement speed's not quite there. It was a good effort, would have been a nice kill, although Complexity would have rotated over very quickly. And now they'll take down that last outer tower as the tier 2 is being focused down. Swindles will defend bottom. MJW will try to push in. He's got a Maelstrom, but it's not going to be nearly enough to even try to kill Swindle solo if he wanted to.
Yep, they're basically just on the back foot. They're trying to just push out the lanes as fast as they can, but they've got to stabilize and they've got to win a team fight. So they have to wait until Cole gets a little too aggressive and goes high ground. That's the way that they can win this one.
Yeah. Prediction update. I was correct. Limp is the highest net worth at 25 minutes into the game. Thank you.
I was close, actually. I was, what, 700 net worth?
Yeah, it was close. I don't blame you for the choice, but, well, close is, it's not good enough, Purge, I'm sorry to say.
You win all the points. Actually, I don't think I've got any.
Although I am incorrect on the total number of deaths by 10 minutes.
I was also wrong. I think
0 to 5. Oh, it was 1 kill away. Yeah, you've got to be kidding me.
I said the same thing. I was 1 kill away.
Oh my God. Well,
I have been wrecked.
Number of ancient camps stacked by 30 minutes. We have 5 minutes, and there's one more stack to go. Although if there's one prediction wrong, then all of them are wrong in my opinion.
Yeah, they're not going to stack 5 times anymore. The stacking portion of the game is done. TA is basically just going to go around farming because she kills every camp so fast. We're going to get that one wrong as well. We may get the how long the game will be one correct. I don't think you will, though.
44-60.
Yeah, that's not
no
looking good. I picked
way.
30 to 37, so I think I'm gonna get that.
You're
one right,
probably fine, unless we see a
looking for a kill here by
amazing
Ancients.
team fight.
Stanking.
Stanking infested it up. Blink, there's going to be the Hanskin jumping. They get the Hex off. Swindle will find on the other side. Franz's Disruptor. Bisa comes through, pops the Rage, even uses the open wounds, but now the base needs to be defended. He's going to have to just run back and hope to get there in time, but already the Tier 3 tower is gone, and Complexity overrunning the base. This game looks like it's not even going to make it to 33. It looks like it's going to make it to 26, and unfortunately we'll probably both get the prediction wrong. They won't GG out just yet, as of course it is a best-of-3 series, and you don't want to give up any sort of leeway at any stage of the game. Chelsea's going to go ahead and farm the enemy agent stack, and they'll back up together as a squad.
I like FDL's picks this game. I think they did fine. Just I think they really needed their supports to get more done.
I do think they could have banned better.
I think so.
I'm really intent on that Riki ban. I'm also really intent on them not giving Swindle's Beastmaster. But if you don't give him Beastmaster, you might give him... I guess Beastmaster is better than Darkseer in this situation, so I guess that's fine.
Yeah, Cole really does like Darkseer. It gives them a lot of lane options. They can aggressively dual lane, things like that. Beastmaster obviously jungles really hard, but they just had to offset it a little bit with some fast levels of their own, and they didn't get that done.
I wouldn't mind seeing a game number 3, but with how Complexity has been playing over the course of this tournament, with the exception of that EG game yesterday, at the end of the day, I think that there's a small chance that a game 3 could be forced here, given the fact that Complexity's looks so strong.
It's definitely possible. It could go lots of different ways. You never know. I like the TA pickup here, Butterfly here.
Yeah, I mean, you aren't anywhere near an MKB for the Lifestealer. For the Phantom Lancer, he has picked up a Yasha. He doesn't have to finish his Manta style. He would like to.
Yeah, there's no way he doesn't build Manta style in PL. So the Butterfly just is going to offset a lot of the inherent weaknesses that TA has versus these heroes. Just if he evades, then he doesn't lose the refraction damage.
Z-Free gets off the defusal charge into the smoke screen. CC defuses it himself, but is already in trouble as they've brought down the Disruptor instantly. CC walking through the Static Storm to make sure that he can try to bait out at least some sort of damage from Complexity. But Beast is going to Rage, try to TP out. Omni Slash, it's there. The Rage is on, or rather the Roar is on the other side to kill the Phantom Lancer, and that will end the game. GG is called an FDL. They will, looks like they'll go down in this best-of-3 series, 1-0, and that was just a solid performance from Complexity. And again,
Incorrect.
man, this admin is going in. Look at this.
He's ready to go.
He's asking before the game. We haven't even gotten the next lobby yet. And he's like, let's get into the next game, guys. Come on. I don't blame him. He wants to get this going as quickly